Alright, today we're going to be doing an unscripted review, nothing crazy, but today we're going to be taking a look at something kind of interesting, and that is the Avatar The Last Airbender comic book series. Now, a lot of people might know that they actually extended the original TV show in comic book form. They put out some comic books that went past the ending of the TV show. Now, this is not one of those. I haven't got the chance to read those yet, unfortunately. I definitely plan to in the future. But this is actually a comic book adaptation of the original TV show series, which is kind of weird because these are definitely not necessarily as popular or as well known. So let's take a look at this. As you see in the front, this is an episode, it's based off of the episode with the Earth Kingdom King where Aang meets him. So let's take a look at this because it's kind of interesting. Now, first on top over here, it says Cine Manga, which is, I don't know what that's necessarily supposed to mean. I don't know if that was like a publishing series, or that was like the genre they thought this was. Of course, this is not a manga. This is just a comic book based off a Nickelodeon cartoon. But I thought that was kind of weird. So let's take a look inside. Now here in the front, we just have a picture of Aang. Here you have your little things. Basically anything you'd find in the beginning of a comic book or a manga, really. Now, taking a look at the actual story pages, that's where it gets interesting. Because as you see, it looks like they just took screenshots from the show and just put speech bubbles and thought bubbles, you know, right on the screenshots themselves. So to me, at least, it looks like they didn't actually, draw any original artwork, maybe aside from the cover art for these. These look like screenshots, which is kind of interesting. You know, I haven't necessarily seen that as much for, you know, comic book series like this, because of course, the Avatar series that precedes the show, the comic book ones, of course, they had to, there was no original TV show content for that. They had to make it originally straight to comics. But here it looks like they kind of might have actually taken, in some ways, kind of an easy way out. And I say some ways because look at all the artwork on the back. You have little like textures here. You have little sort of things here, which is, you know, I don't know how necessary it was, but I guess they were trying to make it a little more interesting than just say a white background or just a black background. So that's kind of weird, but I'm not complaining. I think it looks kind of cool. Now, something else of note is, of course, you'll have little sound effects like this, and the sound effects are just so like they make them seem so over the top, like that, like it's just exclamation points. Like that, I guess that's supposed to be like a guy screaming or something. So they kind of do kind of funny ways of and you hear all the wheeze and e's or whatever. It's kind of weird ways of doing the exclamations or the sound effects. So, you know, I read through this one. I don't really have any others, but it really wasn't that bad. It's basically just, if you think about it, a storyboard for the TV show. And if you think about it that way, it's not really that bad. But I just thought it's kind of weird. It kind of an interesting little thing I wanted to take a look at. I don't even remember ever buying this, so I just found this lying around somewhere and I thought I'd take a look at it. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.